Right now at noon, the first warn forecast has more rain and storms possible today. Kelly's tracking the latest on Radar 3000. Plus, the polls are open across the country as the first ballots are cast. We're following what could be the closest presidential race in modern U.S. history. This is a special edition of News 3 Now at noon. Thanks for joining us on this election day. I'm Josh Breiter. After months of campaigning, conventions, and commercials, it all comes down to this. Election day is here. News 3 Now has extensive coverage. But first, we want to start with the weather as the rainy conditions continue. We could even see some storms later on. First Warn meteorologist Kelly Slifka has a look at your certified most accurate forecast. He's out on the patio. Hi, Kelly.
Yeah, good afternoon, Josh. Kind of like yesterday, another gloomy day with some dampness out here. Not a whole lot of rain yet coming down, but we could see a couple of storms pop up. Right now on our Radar 3000, you can see a little bit of light green here in the Madison area, but the broader area of rain is over there in the Cooley region as you get toward Viroqua and La Crosse. That band of rain will eventually shift a little bit further to the east. Can count on at least a little bit of rain. We do have the wind out here for sure, but if you are headed to the polls, you might want to take that rain gear with you just in case if you're outside and having to wait in a long line, because we are expecting at least some scattered showers, maybe a rumble of thunder going in the afternoon. See how that area of that band of rain that's off to the west kind of holds out there. We're slowly inching onto the east. That'll probably reach the Madison area as we get into the late afternoon hours. So scattered showers, a couple rumbles of thunder. Some of these storms may produce some gusty winds. We already got the wind out here, but some of these storms may actually fuel that wind a little bit higher. And we do have these winds, could be gusting up to 35 miles per hour. They should be coming down a little bit as we get closer to the dinner hour. Right now 65 with the southwest wind. Right now at 13, just cloudy skies at the airport. It's mild, 65 in Madison, 66 in Middleton, also 66 in Waunakee. Cloudy skies right now, 65 degrees. We'll look at temperatures in the mid to upper 60s today, but notice how they do fall off. So we will start to see some cooler weather work in later this afternoon through this evening. We'll talk more about that cool down for the rest of the week coming up.
All right, Kelly, thank you. Election day is finally here, and voters who haven't cast their ballots early are heading to the polls. Many analysts say polls indicate one of the closest presidential contests in modern history, but many of those folks are cautioning polls can be wrong. Much of the focus is on swing states like Wisconsin. Vice President Kamala Harris went door to door in Pennsylvania yesterday, and former President Donald Trump also rallied supporters there. Trump and his running mate will ride out the night at Mar-a-Lago, while Harris and her VP pick will be at her alma mater, Howard University in Washington, D.C. Heads up for those of you planning to vote in Rock County today. A polling location in the village of Footville is being moved due to fire code violations at Village Hall. The new location is at 117 Church Street. This is the Footville Church's Church of Christ Fellowship Hall. The Rock County clerk says an election official is stationed at the Village Hall to direct voters to the new polling location. Signs have also been posted to guide voters to the new location a few blocks from the Village Hall. Well, the polls have been open in Wisconsin for more than 5 hours now. We have live team coverage at the polls. Michelle Renee Quinn was there as the first voters cast their ballots this morning, but we start with Chris Stanford on how the process is playing out at the polls. Hi, Chris.
Well, Josh, Madison and Dane County officials have yet to report any issues at the polls. Here at this precinct downtown, things are running pretty smoothly. They've had a pretty steady stream of voters since 7 o'clock this morning. They just crossed 500 voters. Dane County Clerk Scott McDonald said it's quite possible that we see a record turnout today. 325,000 votes have already been cast. Those were early before the polls opened this morning. McDonald also said that processing those early ballots should go smoother and quicker than the pandemic election of 2020. But certain candidates have cast serious doubt on this system and have made election integrity a major issue driving voters to the polls. What about the faith in the process itself, in the nation's electoral system, how we choose our leaders? How do you feel about that?
I feel it's incredibly important for all of us to get out and vote.
Do you have faith in the system?
Ever since I was a kid, I'd say I've lost more faith in the system as it's gone on. I do think the elections are fair.
We'd encourage those questions. We encourage voters to observe the process as they're part of it. And then if someone had a concern, they could very easily come to me or contact the city clerk's office to share that. Or there are election observers where they could...
If anyone is skeptical out there, you could always come to a polling location and be an election observer. Now, coming up here at 12:30, we're going to get an update from the Madison City Clerk and the Dane County Clerk on how things are going today. We hope to stream that for you at Channel 3000 Plus. Michelle Renee Quinn is also out in the field getting a sense of how voters are feeling. Michelle Renee Quinn, what's the mood where you are?
Yeah, Chris, I'm out here at Point of Grace Community Church, and it is the noon hour. We've been seeing a lot of cars rolling in since the show started this morning. I'm guessing everybody's starting their lunch break right now. So the parking lot's a little small, but it's full. So we've got voters here. We were at another location this morning in Madison, a steady stream, and in Maple Bluff, there were voters trickling in. So we've definitely seen a lot of people out today. Also in attendance at Maple Bluff was Governor Tony Evers and his wife. They cast their votes early this morning, shortly after polls opened. I spoke with several Maple Bluff voters today, and the all-around consensus is that people are excited to get out and to cast their vote.
I think it's just important to vote if you have an opinion on where the country is going. It's the only way to ensure that your voice is heard in that way. I think this is a community that votes pretty consistently. I've voted in Maple Bluff for the past, I don't know, maybe 6 to 8 elections. And it's usually a pretty relaxing process.
I'm very excited. I love voting in person, if possible. On my way this morning to drive my son to school, I noticed there was long lines at some of the Madison polling stations downtown, even in the rain. So I thought that's a great sign. You know, people, no matter how they vote, they're voting. I think that's really important.
To vote. That's a Wisconsin driver's license, military or school, photo ID, or passport. We also want to remind everyone Wisconsin DMVs have extended hours today. Service centers will remain open until 6 p.m. and you can request a free ID and use that to vote. Once again, as long as you're in line by 8 p.m., you'll still be able to cast your vote. Josh?
Michelle Renee Quinn and Chris Stanford live for our team coverage here at noon. Guys, thank you so much. Of course, News 3 Now is your Election Day headquarters. Our extensive coverage begins tonight at 6:30 on WISC-TV with CBS News. Then at 7, our all-local coverage will start on Television Wisconsin. That is Channel 3.2, also streaming on Channel 3000 Plus. We will be on throughout the night covering both the local and national races with analysis from our local political experts. Our election team will also be live at several watch parties around the state of Wisconsin with reaction to the results as they come in. It is a historic night you certainly will not want to miss. Still ahead for us on a Tuesday afternoon, there are some deals out there on this election day. We'll show you who is offering what.
Customers are very surprised how quickly we can get the garage doors fixed.
When I'm on the job, it's go time.
We know tomorrow is too late.
Here at Precision, we have the best parts, best warranties, and we're always here for you.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
Are you tired of the constant pain, numbness, tingling, and the poor balance caused by peripheral neuropathy? At Midwest Spine and Nerve Center, we help patients just like you with our non-invasive treatment options designed to reduce pain and improve balance and function without the need for drugs or surgery. Our personalized approach focuses on treating those symptoms and giving you back the life you deserve. Experience the benefits of a treatment plan designed to restore your quality of life. Call to schedule your complimentary consultation today.
Todd Novak is a compassionate and independent voice for us in the Assembly, but Elizabeth Grobby will tell any lie she needs to get herself elected. Grobby's dishonesty about Todd Novak is shameful. The truth, Todd Novak passed legislation protecting exceptions for rape, incest, and life of the mother, and voted to expand access to birth control, not ban it. It's time to reject the desperate and ridiculous lies from Elizabeth Grobby and her radical allies. We deserve better. Todd Novak for Assembly.
Get an 11% rebate on your lighting project at Menards. Check out Menards' great selection of Lutron lighting controls. LED Plus dimmer switches let you create perfect lighting for your home. Just $16.99 after rebate. Legrand USB outlets allow you to charge your smart devices without needing bulky USB adapters. And feature up to 40% faster charging. Right now, all in-stock outlets with USB charging ports are on sale. Plus an 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards. Let's play Bob's Dare to Compare. My mango set versus the competitor's similar set. What are you looking for, Sam?
A quality dining set that seats up to 6 people.
Both sets are solid mango wood with 4 chairs and bench, but mine comes with your choice of paneled or upholstered chairs with Papa-Pedic seating. Theirs costs $15.69, but how much is mine? Spin that wheel. Only $9.99. So you get more choices and save hundreds with my mango set. Dare to compare. In store or at mybobs.com.
Winning at Ho-Chunk Gaming just got bigger. Like mega bigger. When you win a hand-paid jackpot at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells, you're automatically entered into our mega jackpot winners quarterly drawings with a grand prize drawing on January 18th to win a new Jeep Wagoneer car lot and a chance for $100,000 in cash. Jackpot weekly drawings are going on now. Mondays, 10 winners, $500 in rewards play. Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells. Your odds are better here.
Dear sharp curves, don't spin your wheels. Toyota has more all-wheel drive sedans than any other brand. So you can bet your bottom dollar that we're sharper than ever. 'Cause we got traction, baby. Yours, Toyota sedans.
Right now, lease a new 2025 Camry for $299 a month, or lease a new 2024 Corolla for $219 a month. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Boeing machinists in the Pacific Northwest have voted to accept a new contract proposal between the union and the company, ending their 7-week strike. The new deal includes a 38% pay bump over 4 years and higher company contributions to 401k plans, though it still does not restore the traditional pension. Yesterday, a Philadelphia judge ruled that billionaire Elon Musk's Political Action Committee's $1 million voter sweepstakes can continue. Philadelphia's district attorney had filed a civil lawsuit against the giveaway, alleging it may violate state election law and would likely influence votes. Musk's lawyers argued that the winners are not chosen at random, but from their personal stories, and that they must sign a contract to be spokespersons for his America PAC. And multiple retailers are offering some winning deals this election day. Uber and Lyft are offering discounted rides to the polls for voters. Bring in your I voted sticker to Krispy Kreme for a free original glazed donut, or to Johnny Rockets for a free milkshake at participating locations. IKEA is offering a free frozen yogurt with coupon. That's your CBS News Money Watch report. For more, log on to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Chanel Call.
At the noon hour, here's your stock report. We're in the green on this election day. The Dow is up 439 points, NASDAQ up 260, and the S&P 500 up 66. Our call for action volunteers are in the building taking your consumer complaints and taking action on your behalf. Remember, you can call for action at 608-270-2833 or submit a claim anytime at channel3000.com/call-for-action. Pam is watching today's egg prices straight ahead, and Kelly is tracking the first warn forecast. Then later on Live at 4, consumer reports on the best November deals to help you start the holiday shopping season.
Quartz takes a different approach to health insurance. We know every life well lived is a journey, and we're here to light the way at every step. That's why for 40 years we've been alongside the doctors and hospitals who know what their communities need, because they're a part of them, because we're a part of them. There's a fire burning in all of us. Let's ignite it together. Quartz. Find your spark.
Do you believe in punishment for abortion? Yes or no?
There has to be some form of punishment.
For the woman?
Yeah.
And the punishment is real. Women denied care, unable to get pregnant again, traumatized, scarred for life. Young women who didn't need to die. Now 1 in 3 women live under a Trump abortion ban. And if he's elected, everyone will.
There has to be some form of punishment.
I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
You have a clear choice in this election. Senator Baldwin is a 38-year career politician. I'm a businessman and job creator. She supports taxpayer benefits for illegal immigrants. I'll close the border. Tammy wants to put guys and girls sports in their bathrooms. I'll protect our daughters. Senator Baldwin abuses the political system. I'll fight the corruption. I'm Eric Hovde, and I approve this message. I'd be honored to have your vote.
I'm so happy. I just put this dress on that I haven't worn in over 10 years.
I just this morning made a new hole in my belt, so that was super exciting.
Why are women everywhere choosing Sonobello, the advanced solution for permanent fat removal?
I saw the results immediately. It's the best I have felt since I was in my 20s.
My waist is tiny. I'm very, very happy.
I'm nearly 50, y'all, and my abs haven't been this flat since before I had kids.
For a limited time, take advantage of Sonobello's best offer of the year. Sonobello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells for good on your stomach, hips and thighs, back, and so much more.
Check it out, Snatch Waist. Loving, loving, loving the results.
It will change your life. It did for me.
Call 1-888-510-6198 now or go to sonobello.com to claim special pricing.
No matter what your dream is, Spectrum Business can connect you to it. That's life unlimited.
Election 2024 reaches the finish line, and News 3 Now is your local source on election night. Our team brings you continuous coverage today on WISC-TV, Television Wisconsin, channel3000.com, and channel 3000 Plus. News 3 Now First Warn Weather is taking you beyond the barometer. Email your weather-related questions to firstwarn@wisctv.com, and our team of meteorologists will give you the answers on News 3 Now, live at 4. The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
We are back at noon, and we're going to take a little break from our election news and check in with Pam Bianchi from the Midwest Farm Report. Hi, Pam.
Hey, Josh. Well, I'm hoping that my farmers do not disengage from the voting process today. The harvest is definitely not going to slow them down on a wet, soggy day like today. We're almost 3 weeks ahead of our 5-year average as far as the harvest of 2024 is concerned. We've got 98%, or shall I say 81% of our corn that's already been harvested, and about 98% of our soybeans that are already in the bins. Winter wheat looking pretty good after we picked up a little bit of moisture, with now about 72% of that crop rated good to excellent. That's a 6 percentage point increase in quality in just a week's time. And because we're so far ahead of the game, 63% of our fall tillage is already complete. We did poll our farm groups, our commodity organizations, and there's a couple items that they want farmers, agribusiness owners, even the rural community to keep in mind when you go to the polls as far as issues. It's not just about the presidential election. It is also about some of our key representatives that are in both the Congress as well as the Senate, as well as state-related issues. State funding of transportation, a big one that was cited by Jason Mungnaini, who's with the Wisconsin Farm Bureau Federation. Also keep in mind farmland preservation. What are we going to do when it comes to farmland versus things like solar farm expansions? That's going to be discussed. And now taking a look at closing one of the loopholes that hurt some of our farmers when they got caught in that pure prairie poultry situation out of Minnesota. So there's a lot of state-related issues that we have to slow down and think about when we select the people that are going to represent us down at the state capitol. Barrel cheese down 3 today at $1.83. 40-pound block cheese drops another 4 at $1.79. Double A butter unchanged, $2.67.5. And Josh, let's not forget, we've got a farm bill that's still waiting for attention out in Washington, D.C. That's going to be a lame duck session if we're going to get anything at all. So this election and farmers' voices definitely do matter.
Yeah, and a lot to watch, and I think a lot of folks are just ready for it all to be over. I think we're all exhausted, right?
Very true, buddy. Very true.
All right, Pam. Well, good to see you this afternoon.
We'll see you later, Josh. Thanks.
Let's get a look at your certified most accurate forecast. First Warn meteorologist Kelly Slifka is out on the weather patio. Hi, Kelly.
Yeah, good afternoon, Josh. It's a day kind of like yesterday, kind of drippy at times, damp for sure, but mild and a little bit windier today. Didn't get a whole lot of rain. Most locations picking up maybe a 1/10 to 2/10 of an inch of rain, as we were expecting. A little bit heavier amounts down toward Janesville, about 1/4 to 1/2 of an inch of rain. That was over the last 24 hours. Of course, we could kind of use a break. Right now, we're just seeing some light showers moving through the Madison area. There's a broader area of rain that's over there in western parts of the state. That will eventually shift our way as we go forward. Can't rule out a couple of stronger storms firing up. Kind of unusual for this time in November. We do have a marginal risk of severe weather. That's the lowest on a scale of 1 to 5. And I think we've already got the wind out here. Any storm may just add additional wind that could be up there going into the afternoon. Quite a contrast. We're on the warm side of this storm system, but behind it, they're seeing that rain, but also some much cooler temperatures. And those cooler temperatures will be arriving. We're in the mid-60s here. Go over to La Crosse, 51. You go into southern Minnesota, they're in the mid-40s. So some of that cooler air will be hitting us already by the rush hour, the dinner hour. You're going to see these temperatures start to fall as that cold front slides on through. And still expecting some scattered showers, a couple of stronger storms firing up. Wind gusts just from the natural wind could be up there as high as 35 miles per hour coming in from the south. So our chance of rain start to go down a little bit more widely scattered as we get toward that dinner hour. But if you are headed to the polls, make sure you do bring that rain gear. Might be in line for a while. And also bring your patience. We got a lot of wind out here. Those winds have been up there at 15 to 25, some gusts to 35. They should be coming down this evening, but you will notice they do shift to the northwest. That's what's going to bring us some cooler weather by this evening. So here we're at 4:30. Still expecting some scattered showers for the rush hour. And if you are going to be headed to the polls after work, count on at least some rain. A lot of this will move through fairly quickly just as these polls are ending. But that's when we'll start to see these temperatures fall from the 60s into the 50s. We'll be into the 50s most of tonight, but drop into the 40s after midnight, waking up to some low to mid-40s tomorrow. I think we'll see some clouds in the morning, a little bit of sun in the afternoon. Temperatures quite a bit cooler, but seasonable. As far as our future track rainfall amounts, most locations picking up a 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch, or maybe a band that picks up a little bit heavier off to the west as you get closer to the Wisconsin River Valley. You can already see those temperatures dropping off to the west. Camp Douglas down to 56. You go over the Dells, 67. Lone Rock, 67. So there's that boundary that's going to be marching its way toward Madison as we go through this late afternoon into the evening hours. But right now we're mild, 66 in Middleton, 65. Currently in Madison, Sun Prairie at 63. All right, our first warm forecast, on and off showers today. Maybe a couple of storms firing up this afternoon. We get into a drier weather pattern, cooler weather with 50s expected for the rest of the week. Another storm system coming in for the weekend does bring us a chance of some showers, but generally above average temperatures will continue throughout much of next week.
All right, Kelly, thank you. We'll be right back.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Nobody wants to think about cold weather, but now's the time to winterproof your home. Is your house cold every winter? Your home needs foam. Are your heating costs too high? Your home needs foam. Do you have different temperatures in different rooms? Your home needs foam. USA Premium Foam is over 35% more efficient than ordinary, weaker insulation. Winterproof now and get 0% financing for 72 months.
USA Insulation.
So let's get one thing straight. When Donald Trump talks about cutting Social Security and Medicare, it's like spitting in the face of America's seniors. We paid into these programs for our entire careers, and he would just cut them? Why? He wants to give another tax cut to the super rich, which they don't need. I know that Kamala Harris will protect our Social Security because she understands why it's so important for so many of us.
FFPAC is responsible for the content of this ad.
The problem with Todd Novak? He voted with his extreme party leaders 100% of the time, like voting against lower prescription prices. And Todd Novak authored the law to ban abortion in Wisconsin, with no exceptions for rape and incest. Todd Novak is with the extremists 100%, and he's hurting Wisconsin. Elizabeth Grabe will defend abortion rights, get more police funding, and bring down costs. Elizabeth Grabe for Assembly.
Get an 11% rebate on everything at Menards. Make cleanups quick and easy with big savings on Libman products. The Freedom Spray Mop has a variety of features to make cleaning your home simple. Just $19.99 after rebate. Duracell batteries provide long-lasting, reliable power that you can depend on. Save big on our large, in-stock selection. Right now, pick up a 24-pack for just $12.98 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards. It's your thing.
When you need inspiration, it's worth shopping Pick and Save. For thousands of appetizing ingredients that inspire countless mouth-watering meals. And low prices that add up to big savings, like over $600 in digital coupons each week, and up to $2 off per gallon at the pump. So you can get big flavors and big savings. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
This is a cup of coffee. It's to go. Because here, you're on the move. Our team coordinates all your appointments, so you see all the experts you need quicker. Because when you're facing a complex condition, it feels like time is being taken from you. So, we found a way to give it back. Welcome to East Park Medical Center. UW Health. Remarkable.
We're a nation that loves our baby back and spare ribs, and that's whether they're dry rubbed or slathered with barbecue sauce. Here in the test kitchen, we think short ribs are one of the most overlooked cuts in the meat case. They're called short ribs because they're short in length, and they come from a cut of beef called the short plate. You see, the short plate is located right next to the flank and the brisket, so you know whatever you make with these is gonna be good. So let me show you how to make some amazing short ribs. We started by dredging these in some seasoned flour and browning them in a heavy soup pot. Once they're browned, we add some cut up carrots, celery, and onions, along with a can of condensed beef broth to add a nice rich flavor, some water, a bit of fresh garlic, and a bay leaf. Then all we do is cover it and let it simmer for an hour and a half or so until the meat is fall off the bone tender. You see, the meat gets super tender while it cooks, and all the flavors from the veggies simmering in the broth create a sauce that is incredibly delicious. I do hope you'll go online and get the recipe for our braised country short ribs so you can serve your family what we think is the best of the best. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a tender as can be way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Here's Kelly with a final look at your forecast.
Yeah, mild and a windy afternoon on tap. We are looking at more scattered showers. We don't have a whole lot out there right now, but that could be changing later this afternoon. And that's because we have a cold front that's off to our west. We're in the mid to upper 60s. You go to the Dells, Lone Rock in the upper 60s, but then you go to the west over there toward La Crosse, upper 40s and low 50s. That's that cooler air that's going to be arriving later on this afternoon through the evening, so look for falling temperatures later today. Scattered showers, maybe an isolated storm, but then we cool off a little bit, but seasonably so, before some more rain moves in by the weekend.
All right, Kelly, thank you, and thanks for joining us. Our Election Day coverage continues live at 4.